I think it's a good one. I would like to ask you, John, if you think that the world is actually being perhaps deliberately split into us, the Western nations, the wealthier nations who are deserving of protection. That word that Israel uses again and again, our security. America uses it, security. And the other people around the world who we demand to be protected from, say, our governments, and whose resources we pillage and take for our own needs. So a two split in the world.
What you say is very much true, but what can I say? The days for that kind of approach and diplomacy is over. The global village is here, as we know. Something happens in the remotest corners of the world will be known all over the world. So there's no more hiding, no more cover-ups, as we have seen in recent days, how damaging it can be when you get different types of conflicting stories and so on. So the need for transparency and common, what I called about common standard, is inevitable. And the world has to change. The Western leaders, I think, privately, they probably know this. And I think these are the beginnings of this move towards true liberation of all peoples of the world.
It'll be interesting to see how the vote on changing our electoral system goes, which we took today in the United Kingdom. Have we had a quiet revolution here too? I just wonder. Let's be positive. Let's see the moves in the Middle East as real people power overcoming the hegemony of these colonial projects from the late 19th and early 20th centuries. OK, Peter in Essex, welcome to comment. What would you like to talk about, Peter?
Very much for having me on your programme.
That's fine, no problem. Well, you're welcome. What would you like to discuss tonight,
yes.
Osama?
Yes, indeed, and I hope I'm not going to be too controversial, but it's just giving another aspect of the of some of the comments that many of your viewers have said this evening, and that is quite rightly they feel very they show a lack of excuse me, Lauren, that they feel very a lack of dignity about the Americans going in to Pakistan and violating their borders without having the courtesy of telling the Pakistani government. But Lauren, just to give you another aspect of this, you know, because Press TV report on this frequently, that Pakistan themselves violate only too regularly Afghanistan by sending in their troops in the hunt for the Taliban, etc. And that's also a violation, one Muslim country against another. You know very well, Lauren, just to take it to another conclusion, that Turkey, for example, has violated Cyprus for the last 30-odd years. You know as well that Syria, only up until a few years ago, violated Lebanese sovereignty.
Peter, I love the point you're making, and I think you're absolutely correct. There are all these violations going on, but never has it been so applauded, never has it been sold across the world as something that we should be grateful for. These are skirmishes at a regional level, which are very, very important regionally, but the world isn't expected to applaud them in the way Obama seemed to expect us to applaud this incursion.
I don't think Obama is expecting the world to applaud. He's been very low-key. The American public themselves naturally feel very pleased about the assassination of bin Laden.
And Peter, what do you think about the scenes of jubilation across America? Are you comfortable with that?
I don't think I'm comfortable with anything like this. In fact, Lauren, I am, and on your programme your viewers may object to this, I'm Jewish and I'm very pro-Israeli. And just to give you a sense of identity of how uncomfortable I feel about it, when Hamas, for example, undertake an attack on Israel, there is jubilation in Gaza. When Israel undertakes an attack on Hamas, there is never a scene of jubilation in Israel.
That's just not true, because I'm sorry, I've got to stop you there, Peter. That's simply not true. In Gaza in 2009, there are Israelis lining up at the border, taking photographs and cheering every time phosphorus bombs went down on Gaza. So I think we have to be really careful making these sweeping statements about one side cheering, the other side being holier than thou. Sorry, Peter. I think we're going to move on. We're going to move on now to Tanzania and Masood. Welcome, Masood. Masood from Tanzania, are you there? And what's your comment this evening? I think we may have lost Masood there. Okay, so what we'll do is we will go to one of your emails. Thanks very much for sending them in. Let's take a look at that. This is from Mulu Kisi from Zambia. The US is repeating the animal farm story. They say, under which law did it kill him if he was not armed? Shame on Obama. Thanks very much for that. So the general feeling there is that this extrajudicial killing, whilst some may have welcomed it on one level, the actual way it's been carried out by America is a disgrace. That seems to be the feeling of our viewers tonight. We'll go to another email, see what you think. Syed Danish. Isn't it interesting to see whenever a US president is close to re-election, the bad guy pops out of nowhere, gets arrested, killed, and justice is served? Yes, that's right, the election blues. I remember in the 80s, Margaret Thatcher famously taking Britain to war against Argentina over a tiny, tiny group of islands, a little island, the Falkland Islands, in the middle of nowhere, closer, far closer to Argentina than it is to Great Britain, and she got re-elected on the back of that. But will this murder of Osama bin Laden do any good for Obama? What do you think? Let's go to Musa now, who is in Pakistan. Welcome to Comment, Musa. Musa, are you there?
I want to talk about the bin Laden killing in Pakistan.
Great. Go ahead.
Yeah, if you look at the way it has happened, don't you think that it is the complete replica of 9/11?
In what way?
The difference, I feel it has happened in Pakistan and done by the Navy SEALs, whereas the 9/11 drama was in the same way. And now we are being asked to respond if we were incompetent or involved. I can ask the same question with the USA, whether they were incompetent or involved in 9/11.
Can I just ask some more for you to enlighten us on the feeling in Pakistan right now towards America? And is there relief in Pakistan if Osama bin Laden is dead? Can you tell me about people around you?
Yeah. Well. This is a very important question you have asked, because a lot of feeling over here is that the Osama was already killed, in 2001, and because they are not showing any photos, any things like that, so they can prove it that the Osama is really have been killed now. So I don't think that anybody they can fool the American people. They cannot fool the other people living in other world.
And have there been any statements from your government about this operation?
Well, our government is a dictated government. They say what the America wants them to say. So I cannot understand the role of our military or of our government or the politicians. They say something today and they say something else tomorrow. So they are not sure of what they have to give the statement about.
But it's very complicated, the whole the relationship between America and Pakistan. This kind of very unstable friendship that's been formed, where it seems like the Pakistani government must do as it's told, but can it call itself in alliance with America? Do you feel Pakistan is in alliance with America?
Well, the Hillary Clinton may be coming this month, but what I feel, Pakistan and the American relation never been stable in the last 50 years. it has, after the Bhutto's killing, there has been a lot of influence of America in the Pakistan government and the politicians.
Musa from Pakistan, thanks very much. I'm going to give Chucks in London just one last comment on bin Laden. We're running out of time. Chucks, what would you like to say?
Hello?
Hi, a quick comment on bin Laden from you, Chucks.
Yes, please. I just wanted to comment that, my observation is like people, we are all human beings. When we see evil, we should condemn it no matter from where it comes from. See, I know that people are always blaming America for this and that, whatever, but we should blame. I've never seen people outraged of what Al-Qaeda is doing in Iraq, killing innocent children in the marketplace, women and everything. People don't come out to condemn. They blame America. People are even blaming America for the problem they're having in their homes. This is not right.
Chooks, thanks very much for that final comment there, and I'm afraid that's it for comment this week. Don't forget to join us next week when George Galloway will be back. Thanks for joining me. Stay tuned. Now it's news.
Hello, if you comment, take the name and the place, you that number. And just make sure that your television volume's set to 0. So, 0. Can you spell your name for me? Yeah, I know. You'll be directly put through this.